A customer once yelled at me for putting her onions next to her bread. Do you think I am joking? Well, I am not, as this is one of the many experiences an employee can have. My goal for this speech is to inform you on toxic customers. I will give information from reputable sources that I found online to explain why customers are rude, why it is bad for employees, and how to deal with these types of customers. I am saying this because workers should be treated with respect and do not deserve cruel treatment of any kind. This speech will hopefully shed light on many of these issues. Why customers are rude. According to Time magazine, customers are ruder now more than ever because of the shifting power dynamics. In this article, it says that it is not a coincidence that most of the rudeness goes towards employees in customer service. The article states that Hans Steiner, a professor of psychiatry at Stanford University, says people feel almost entitled to be rude to people who are not in position of power. I believe he says this is to imply that customers are rude because they think that many who work in service are seen as people who are unimportant, therefore, they should be criticized for doing their job badly. From my experience, this is true and is one of the reasons workers in customer services are treated this way. The conversation says that because of the coronavirus reducing face to face interactions between customers and workers, it means that many have lost patience and empathy. The article also states that due to issues such as the economy, wars, and inflation, it has led to many people having heightened emotions such as frustration and burnout. This is true because customers like to take out all their frustrations on employees due to them being angry at the world, and workers are just collateral damage. Why this is bad for employees. The Harvard Gazette says that stories about angry customers have increased recently, with diners having customers complaining about slow service and passengers refusing to comply with safety conditions. The article also states that a recent poll of food service workers found 39% were quitting over concerns about hostility or harassment from corrupt customers. It also states that due to these issues, many businesses are struggling to hire more workers. The part about workers having concerns and about hostility and harassment rings true in my opinion. The conversation also says that it is bad for employees' health and can lead to depression. They also state that when employees suppress their emotions, it could lead to an increase in depression. Employees feel like they are a punching bag for customers. This part of the article is 100% true because I have seen many of my coworkers tear up due to an angry customer and it caused them to have emotional breakdowns. I've seen customers get angry at the smallest of problem. For example, I once had a disabled lady scream at me for not putting her bags in her cart. I ignored her thinking that she would calm down. But then the barcode on her candy would not scan, so then I told her to get another one, and she screamed at me again and told me that I should be ashamed of myself for not helping her like I should have. I felt like quitting in this situation, and it let me feel burnt out that day. How to deal with angry customers. Research conducted by Forbes says that to deal with angry customers, you first need to stay calm and not get frustrated. This means you should use logic over emotion to get the best possible outcome. The article also states that you need to learn how to say no. I know it could be hard to say no to customers out of fear of losing your job, but as the article states, you are an expert in this field and the customer probably does not know what they're talking about. It also says you can offer a mutual solution. According to USA Today, the easiest way to deal with rude customers is to tell HR. It states that workers are entitled to a safe workplace and that your company should have regulations that can protect you. You should review any company protocol around customer complaints and potentially abusive behavior. The information from the Forbes article and this one should help you deal with toxic customers in an easy and respectful manner. Conclusion. In this speech, I have told you that customers are rude due to shifting power dynamics and the impact of COVID on social interactions. Toxic customers are bad for employees because it can lead to mental health issues such as depression, as well as employees potentially quitting. To deal with angry customers, you need to stay calm, tell HR about it, and use logic over emotion. I hope this speech showed you the negative effects of rude customers and the consequences of their actions. The customer who yelled at me for putting her onions next to the bread should have faced consequences, and now I know how to deal with customers like that.